Hi, I am Sohail. Welcome to the second video in the series Python for Beginners. If you have seen my previous video, I explained what is Python, how to download and install Python, a look at Python interpreter, and how to use numbers and arithmetic operators. In today's discussion, we are going to see strings, lists, and print function. Like numbers in Python, we can also manipulate strings. We can define strings either in single quotes or in double quotes. Let's see how. So I'm defining a variable myString with the value of hello in single quotes. So the output is hello. Now let us define the same hello in double quotes. So we get the output even in double quotes. So the question here is why we have two methods. If we use double quotes, it is easy for us to use apostrophes. Let's see an example. So I get an output don't worry where an apostrophe T is already present. If I try the same with single quote, it would result me into syntax error. Let's see. You can see the output and the error where it is pointing out. It says invalid syntax. So what if you still want to use apostrophes within single quotes? We can use a character called as backslash. So backslash will remove the effect of the apostrophe. So let's see this with an example. I just include backslash before apostrophe. You see, I don't see a syntax error now. And when I print the output, it gives me the output which we saw it with double quotes. So before moving forward, let's look at the print statement. Print, as the name suggests, it is used for printing. So print anything within these two parentheses will print. So let's see an example. I'm just printing my string defined above and it returned me the output don't worry. So we can print in other ways as well. So the output is hello world and don't worry whatever was the variable. So this is just the syntax that you'll have to keep in mind. Now let's see other ways of using strings. So the strings can go up to multiple lines. To do that, you'll have to use triple quotes. So you can see the output in multiple lines. You can either use triple double quotes or triple single quotes. Let's try the same with triple single quotes. So you can see I am glad you made it as an output. So next, let's see how to concatenate two strings. We can concatenate two strings by using plus symbol. Again, the strings can be either in single quote or in double quote. So apart from concatenating, we can multiply any of the string. We can use star symbol to do this. So you can see the my word has been repeated thrice. In Python, by default, two or more strings next to each other are automatically concatenated. Let's see how. So you see there, I didn't use plus symbol this time. So these two literals are automatically concatenated. Note that these two should be next to each other, else they are not going to get concatenated. So it will throw you in syntax error. So if you want to merge two strings on a different line, so you'll have to make use of variables and then use addition or the plus sign to merge them. So let's see how. The next topic within strings is indexing. Strings can be indexed with first character having index as 0. So this means if I define a word equal to Python, the first character in the string P will have an index value of 0. The second character Y will have an index value of 1. So if I want to print each index character, I'll have to use syntax as word within square bracket 0. So this is going to print as P. Word 3, this is going to print H. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The indexing also has negative numbers. So it starts with -1. So -1 indicates the last character in the string. So if I use -1 as my index value, it is going to give me an output of n, which is the last character in the string. Word with -2 as index, it is going to give me second last character in the string. So you can consider this syntax. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last character begins with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Note that all negative characters starts with -1. So the next concept in strings is called as slicing. With indexing, we can get individual characters in a string, but with slicing, we can get the substrings. So let's see how we can use it. Word 0 to 2. This means I am defining the index range from 0 to 2. So this should give me an output of py. So 0 and the max value is 2. So within 2, whatever is there, it is going to give me the output. So I can start this. So now whatever the characters within 2 and 4 should be my substring. So starting from 2, below 2 and 3 will be my substring. So in slicing, as used in indexing, I can use the negative characters as well. So I'll use word. So the characters from the second last are included in the index. So O and N are included. So it is going to be O and N in the indexing. Also in indexing, I can exclude the last values of the range. So it is going to consider all the values after the second index value. Similarly, I can have all the values before. If I don't give a start counter, it is going to consider all the values before index 4 as a substring. So that was all with strings. Now we'll move on to list. So list contain any type of variable. They can contain as many as variable you like. So let's see an example. So to define a list, we'll have to use square bracket, and these brackets should have comma separated values. So if I print squares, the output should be 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. So the concept of slicing and indexing also works in squares, in lists. So let's see how. If I do square of 0, it should give me the first value in the list, that is 1. So again, as in strings, we can use negative values in the list as well. Square of -2 should give me 16. Yeah, the value is 16. So let's see how slicing works in lists. Squares, I can define 0 to second character to the last. So it will give me anything after position second, index second, 9, 16 and 25. Can try with negative values as well. This this should return me anything after the third position. So the list will contain 9, 16 and 25. As I said, list can have any type of variable. So we can define a new list, and it can have numbers. I can define variables. I can define string. I can have floating numbers. So I missed a comma here. Syntax error. So see new list. It will give me whatever the values I have inserted. So next in list is append operation. So what this append does is it will add a new character or new list value at the end of the string. So let's take an example of this. Cubes 1, 8, cube of 3 is 27, 64, 81. So I can use cubes dot append, and I can just give a value as 100, and let's print cubes. So you see the append operation adds a new character at the end of the list. So not only replace, we can even remove the characters within the list. I will pass them as an empty list. So let's see letters. So I'll have now only A, B and F. The capital C and D, E are been removed. So the next function within list is called as length. So length will give the length of the list. So length can be defined as length and letters. So this should give me length of the letters. So that is 3, since I have only 3 variables in the list letters. So in list we can have nested list as well. So let's see an example of that. A equal to A, B, C, N equal to 1, 2, 3. So I will have an list called as X, which will be a combination of A and N. If I print X, it should give me both the list. So if I do indexing of this list, X 0, it should give me A, B, C. X of 1 should give me 1, 2, 3. And if I want to go within this nested list, I can go X of 0 and then the index value say 2. This should give me C, which is the third character in the list. So with this we complete the second video for this series. Do let me know your comments and any feedbacks or any improvements, and you can write them in comment section for any queries. Thank you. Bye.